നമസ്കാരം. ചലച്ചിത്ര അക്കാദമി ചെയർമാൻ രഞ്ജിത്തിനെതിരെ ഉന്നയിച്ച ആരോപണങ്ങളിൽ ഉറച്ചു നിൽക്കുകയാണ് ബംഗാളി നടി ശ്രീലേഖ മിത്ര. രഞ്ജിത്ത് ശ്രീലേഖ ഉന്നയിച്ച ആരോപണങ്ങളെല്ലാം നിഷേധിക്കുകയും അങ്ങനെ ഒരു കാര്യം സംഭവിച്ചിട്ടേയില്ല എന്ന് വാദിക്കുകയും രഞ്ജിത്തിന് ഒപ്പം സർക്കാർ സംവിധാനങ്ങൾ നിൽക്കുകയും ചെയ്യുന്ന സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കൽ കൂടി സംസാരിക്കുകയാണ് നടി ശ്രീലേഖ മിത്രയോട്. Ma'am, could you please tell us what actually happened on that day? Because Mr. Ranjit is denying whatever you have said so far.
Can you cite one example of anybody who would do something and then say, yes, I have done this and I'm sorry? Have anybody in the history, criminal history or any wrongdoers who had done something wrong and they know about it, would anybody say that, yes, I have done this? So, of course, he'll defend his case. And actually, if you think of it, he hasn't done anything wrong. He has touched, apparently, he has touched my hand and he has touched my neck or my hair or something of that sort, neck and hair. But he has done this. And I have kept quiet about this for so many years, and I would have kept quiet about it. I am not a person who lies, and maybe if you don't kind of bracket it as a sexual assault, this wasn't a sexual assault per se, but it was an initiation of something which would have led towards something intimate if I wouldn't have taken a stand or if I wouldn't have excused myself and come back to the hotel. So, because, we women, you are a woman, you're talking to me, we women know, we have this sixth sense, we have this strong intuition of knowing what is what. So women in general try to behave naive, try to pretend to be naive and, not speak about it because back then social media was not, in this so much of a hue and cry that we see in social media nowadays. Back then, 15 years back, social media was not that rampant. And I knew nobody from the Malayalam film industry. So whatever I could, I just came back. And I was dealing with my own personal issues back then. So maybe in some other time, I would have taken a strong, step towards it, against it. But at that time, I was more into my personal sphere, dealing with my marital issues. And this kind of was sidetracked from my life.
It was just an audition. I was quite surprised to hear that because you were at that time, you were acting in many movies and BFJ award and Anantalog award. Both these awards were conferred on you at that time. You were a prominent actress in Bengali film industry at that time, and just because of that, he came to know about you.
I still am now.
He says you came for just an audition.
No, I was not a newcomer. And if I would have relayed the same that, we need you for an audition, I would have recorded my audition from Kolkata and I would have sent the tape. I wouldn't take that onus of going from Kolkata to Kochi, changing 2 flights just to appear for an audition. No. Few years back, I had been to Venice International Film Festival with a film of Aditya Vikram Sengupta. So I am not a newcomer. I am not somebody who's aspiring for a role or something. I am happy in my own sphere. I am not that over ambitious or anything. And this wasn't conveyed to me that you are not selected. It was never conveyed to me. I was asked rather to carry my passport in case they would need the document for the application of visa also. So if you don't select me for the role, why would I take the extra burden of going from Kolkata to Kochi? Any layman would understand that this is not the case. And Mr. Ranjit is a good-looking chap. He's educated. He's well. He speaks well. Maybe in a different time, I was a dutiful, faithful wife back then. Maybe in a different atmosphere, different situation, I would have reciprocated. I mean, he has the charm in him. Any woman would fall for him. But I was not in that sphere. Maybe he was testing me. He hasn't harmed me per se. You know, there are some scars which cannot be seen from the top. But it leaves a mark in you. You tend to mistrust people. We women are always on the guard. We are, whenever you are in a public place, whenever you are in a public, public transport, you always tend to protect yourself. We know time and again that men try to overpower women because of, we live in a patriarchal society. Even rape victims, society kind of blames rape victims, thinking that maybe they have dressed in a certain way, maybe they have provoked men, and that's the reason they have got raped. So this has been from, long back. So we women are, our parents or, people teach us to keep shh about it. Not speak about it, because society would blame you. So, and this is not something new. This is not something new which somebody has done to someone. This has been there in society by large, and in this industry where name, fame, glamour, money, everything is there. So the Me Too movement, which had started some years back, initially it started against this Harvey Weinstein, who was a top-notch at Miramax Films. So even the actresses back then didn't talk about it. It came out much, much later. I mean, you being a woman, can you ever deny that you have never been touched against your will? I'm talking to you. Can you deny?
Ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
And in our industry,
ma'am, there are persons who tried for inappropriate. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, what you are saying is very true, and there won't be any single woman who haven't faced such a reality in her life.
I was molested by my teacher's brother when I was in class 1. I was in class 1. I till date remember the incident. I went and spoke to my mother, and my mother, didn't allow me to go and speak to my dad back then. And I was quite furious at my mom, because I knew that if I had spoken to my dad would have taken action. So because my mom was in a certain way, she was not that, very upfront about it. So I remember the scar it had caused me in class 1. So you carry forward certain things. I will never say that Mr. Ranjit has kind of jumped on me or had done something very outrageous. He was romantically probably seeing my hand. I was much more good looking then, 15 years back, slimmer and whatever.
Yeah, you were in your 30s.
Film also. Yeah.
Akale.
So, So probably he liked me. And maybe if it would have been some other time, I would have reciprocated. I don't know. He's a good-looking chap. Any woman would fall for his charm. But I was not in that zone. So he was touching my hair, he was touching my hand. If I meet somebody for the first time, I was not in that close proximity with that person mentally, physically or elsewhere, that I would allow a person without my consent to touch my hand. That action, I felt uneasy, yes. And
that was quite inappropriate to you then. I'm just making it clear. Yes. I'm just making it clear, ma'am. That was an inappropriate touch for you at that time. You are sure about that?
Yes. Yes, 100%.
And you are aware of the recent HEMA committee report. I hope you are aware about it. And there are so many people, including girls below 18. They have the same experience from such persons. And nobody is ready for a
Yes.
complaint.
It's
Are they
high
ready for
time.
one?
It's high time people. Nobody would complain, especially from our industry, because if you really come to see, I would say 80% of the people in the film fraternity are predators. From any state. This I can say very boldly, very upright, I'm very vociferous about it. Even in Kolkata film industry, there are people, but women, they don't speak about it because they fear that people are insecure. They don't talk about it because they fear that they won't be getting work. If they speak about one, the others would be little cautious. Ki, okay, she's a person who speaks about this. Let us not take her in our work. This happened to me as well. Because I am a person who speaks.
And the person...
My workplace, my work, I am good at my job. I am here to sell my craft. I am here to sell my art. I am here to make a name for myself in the righteous way. I am not here to get a job by doing anything and everything. No. All women, there are women again who take advantage of being a woman too. So if 5% is vying for a particular role with a particular very prominent director, the director will see amongst the 5 who is willing to have a good time with him. So it's not always, you don't get work only on the basis of being a good actor. You get work besides that too.
And the director who did that inappropriate action, he's the Chalachitra Academy chairman of the state now. And he's a prominent face and he has so many people around him to protect the predator.
Look, I am a left party supporter. What? I myself, I'm a left party supporter. I have campaigned for the left candidates in Bengal for consecutive 2 years. If you search me on YouTube or Google, you'll find me giving speeches and voicing alongside the candidates, left candidates. So it's not a conspiracy against left party. Why would I take name of another comrade of mine? So this is not that case. It is about an individual. It is not about the party. It is about an individual talking about an individual, both sadly belonging to the same party or believing probably in the same ideologies.
The same party is ruling the state of Kerala and the same government, same minister
But
belonging to your
not
party,
ruling
the
here.
CPIM. We are not talking about politics, but see the real picture here.
Yes,
Ranjit
yes,
gets
they are-
protection from the same party,
This is
same
also a
party,
politics.
which you belong.
This is true. But this is about gender politics. This is not about party politics here. So if I see, if me being a left party supporter, I'm not a party member, I'm a supporter. I cannot turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to another comrade who is doing something wrong. This is not about any party. This is about individual. Let's not make it a party issue. Not all members of the party are wrong, or not all members of the party are right. It is about the gender politics. Even in the kitchen, in my maid and me, we have politics. My maid, I call her Mashi, she won't let me enter the kitchen and make something. She would say, no, you go, I'll manage. She won't tell me the recipe of a particular thing, how to make it, because she'll fear that, oh my God, if she makes it better than me. So politics is there, evident everywhere. But this is not about party, any left or right or center or anything. It's about an individual. So if Mr. Ranjit, he knows, I know, this is amongst us. There was no third party present. And I would ask Mr. Ranjit to go back to 15 years and probe into his conscience and say that he hasn't done this. I have nothing to gain, nothing to lose from Malayalam film industry.
I can understand you, ma'am. I'll tell you what Ranjit reacted to your allegations. He just said we were in the balcony and she asked me for a cigar, and she was smoking at the balcony. And at that time we were talking about the movie, about Mammootty and the cast and the crew, everything. There were no such thing which you mentioned. That was his reaction yesterday.
Maybe
It was
he
very
has
shocking.
forgotten. Maybe he has forgotten. Maybe he has forgotten. I can't blame him. Maybe this
He has
is not very
forgotten. He has
important
forgotten
for
that
him.
single incident.
Maybe,
He remembers everything else.
yeah, maybe for him it was easy to forget. For me, it wasn't that easy to forget. Okay, I smoke, but that doesn't make me a fallen lady or a person with no moral values or nothing. It's very easy to, point a finger to a woman who openly smokes or drinks. But that doesn't make me available, right? I am carrying
Yes.
my cigarette here. So, big deal. Big deal. I
No,
am
it's your
not a
choice.
person
It's
who
your
does something
choice.
behind. It's my choice. I've been smoking since long. I studied in a co-ed college. I used to smoke with my dad. I'm not advertising pro-smoking. This is very bad for your voice and throat. It has ruined my voice. But what to do? I want to give up, but I can't give up. So that doesn't, he pinpointing to the fact that she was smoking, it's a very sly move, Mr. Ranjit. It's a very sly move.
And
You
he,
are
and
talking
he's-
about me
he says-
smoking.
No, and he also said that I haven't touched her. I haven't touched her bangles. I can remember that 15 years back then. That is his word.
So 15 years later, I'm making up a story of him touching my bangles and touching my neck. Why? What do I get out of it? Tell me, what do I get out of it?
He says somebody is
Why can't
behind
he
you.
say that? Yes, I remember. I just wanted to. No, probably the TMC government from West Bengal can be behind it. They can go to any extreme. Turning me against another left, a comrade of mine. I wouldn't be surprised by that. Yes, Mr. Ranjit, I agree with you. I agree with you. It can be a conspiracy from the TMC government. I don't know. I'm unaware of it. Trust me, I live a very simple life with 4 dogs and a cat and a booty maid of mine. I have a daughter who's studying in Bangalore. If you do a survey on me, I have not followed the ruling government here trying to gain something out from them. Our left party is zero here.
I won't say that,
But
ma'am.
Despite the fact
I won't say
have
that,
stood by
ma'am.
the left party.
I won't say that, ma'am. I fully trust you, and I appreciate the courage which you have shown up in saying all these things. All these things happened 15 years back, but after 15 years, when the Hema Committee report is out in public, nobody is ready to say whatever things happened and who all are the predators. Nobody has that courage, and you showed up with courage, and we should salute that courage.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's my take, ma'am.
Thank you. Even here, I have a YouTube channel of mine called Ami Srilekha. After Sushant Singh Rajput's death, I spoke about the people in our industry as well, taking names. Because, after my divorce, after the TMC government taking control over our industry, I was not being given work. Because I had not complied with the TMC government. I had not gone out for their procession. I had not gone out speaking nice things about Mamata Banerjee and so. So I was not being given work. So back then, when there was no personal life, no professional life of mine, I thought of taking my own life. So after Sushant Singh's death, something triggered in my mind, and I went live on my YouTube channel, taking names about the people from our industry. And then, back then, the media tried to portray me in a different light. And people from our industry were scared about me that, oh my God, we shouldn't take her in our films because she has the balls, I'm sorry, I'm using this term, she has the balls of taking names of the who's who of the Kolkata industry. Because I don't tolerate nonsense, ma'am. I am here just
I understand,
by
ma'am.
my talent because I know that I am worth it. I had been pushed to that extent where I voiced out my feelings against the system. And I was defamed, but that didn't prevent me from doing so. This is who I am, what I am. I have nothing to gain from Mr. Ranjit. I have no inclination if I'm given work at Malayalam film industry because I really, really like the kind of films that are being made in Malayalam film industry. I would jump at the offer. But, of course, back then I didn't compromise, so now there's no reason of it.
Ma'am, the HEMA committee report says about compromise, adjustment and casting couch. It is based on the victim statements. The harassment starts from the very inception. It is revealed from the statements of various witnesses who were examined before the committee that production controller or whoever gives an offer for role in cinema first approaches the woman or girl. Or if it is the other way, a woman approaches any person in cinema seeking a chance in cinema, she is told that she has to make adjustments and compromise to take her in cinema. The inappropriate advance
Very true.
towards you happened 15 years
If you
back.
talk to the hairdressers,
And the same thing
man,
existed.
Even if you talk to the hairdressers, they would tell you the same thing. Even the production controllers take the hairdressers. I mean, whoever. There are so many people vying for the same job. So it's about personal relationship. It's about that extra league. Whoever goes the extra league to secure the job. So this is there everywhere. It is not alone in the film industry. It's there everywhere. And I would tell you something more. There are filmy mothers, filmy moms who push their daughters in doing so. Can you imagine that? These are
Ma'am, it's
monster
beyond
moms.
imagination. It's beyond imagination, but
Yes.
there are such
Yes.
moms, and it's
These are
mentioned in
monster
HEMA
moms.
committee report as well.
Even people whom we respect and we don't know about, whom we had respected, whom we have kept in a pedestal. Since back then HEMA committee was not there or any other committee was not there, these people we kind of adored. We worshipped these people. But if you actually, try to uncover, so many dirt would follow, so many people would be, unmasked. That's the truth.
Yeah, ma'am. But with this committee report that's in front of the government for the past 4.5 years, and the committee report is out in public now, and the committee report clearly says compromise and adjustment are two terms which are very familiar among women in Malayalam film industry, and they are asked to make herself available for sex on demand. Was it a sex on demand?
I'll take one other name. I'll take one more name. I don't know whether he's still alive or not.
Okay.
Mr. Partho Ghosh, Hindi film director. Mr. Partho Ghosh, another bomb. I wasn't married back then. It was much before this incident. So he wanted to cast me against Govinda in a Hindi film. This happened after 100 days and Agni Pariksha or so. And he came to my place. I had an accident back then. He came to my place to see me, and then he told my father that I would like to narrate the script to her. And he invited me. He was in Kolkata. He invited me to Pialisin Hotel in Kolkata. So, we women are taught to take care of ourselves. So I insisted that I go along with my brother. So my brother, who was 5 years younger to me, I took my brother to see him. And he didn't narrate the script. We had a good dinner and I was sent back. Later he called me in the night and said that I thought you would come alone. If you're doing a film with me, we should know each other well. I pretended. We women are, very good at acting, being naive, not understanding what he's hinting. So I said, yes, of course, sir. Parthuda, we'll definitely have a good relation once we start working. I pretended that I didn't understand what he's trying to implicate. So there are so many people, like they have gotten away with it. There are so many people like that, ma'am.
So 15 years back, Ranjit behaved or misbehaved with you, and 15 years later, now yesterday he says
Misbehaved,
nothing happened.
Misbehaved, you can't say that. Misbehaved. He hasn't touched me in my private places, okay? He was playing with my bangles. He was playing with my hair. It was a very romantic, very filmy kind of a thing. But I was not comfortable. You can call it, there is a very thin margin between behaving not aptly or behaving otherwise. It's a very thin margin. You can't possibly say that
It's an
touching
inappropriate
my
behavior.
bangles or touching my... I felt that way.
You were not
I
friends.
felt
You were
that
not
way.
friends. You were not friends. You were not friends. You just met him at that place.
I just met him that day.
Yeah.
You
And the
cannot-
same day- and
you
the
cannot
same day-
touch a woman without her consent. You cannot
Yeah.
touch a woman without her consent. Period. Full stop.
And he played with your bangles and he touched on your neck and hair. Now he denies nothing of that sort happened.
I can't prove him wrong. I just can't prove him wrong. He probably he liked me. That's the reason he thinks that this wasn't anything wrong. Probably he wanted some romantic something. I don't know what was playing inside his head. I mean, you name one person who would say that yes, I have done something wrong. Will any person say that if you bring a murderer or a rapist, will that person say, yes, I have killed a person or yes, I have murdered a person? Will anybody say? Will you say? क्यों अच्छा?
Never. So what's next, ma'am? Government says if you raise a complaint, we will
I
act
don't know.
upon it.
I'm so sick and tired of it. I've made my point. Now it's up to them because I have nothing to gain and lose. I've made my point. Now, hey, chup darao. Neko. So I don't have that energy to go and pursue this. Now it's up to you people. You investigate, you do the needful. But I'm not in that stage to carry on with this because there's nothing in for me, right?
So, ma'am, the government and the minister who handles the film division, the Saji Charian, he was saying like you should file a complaint. Then only he can look into it. Just a revelation won't serve purpose.
I need to talk to people because I actually, I had forgotten about it actually, you know. I tried to put a cover on it because it was so long back. This was a very problematic time for me. And I remember the night, the trauma that I'd gone through. I remember how I went to the airport. I got the ticket. I had to board a connecting flight. And while I was landing, I could see my flight was about to take off. I had to run. The trauma or the problems that ensued was only me who had faced this situation, right? I paid for my own return ticket back. Probably one was 18,000, another was 5,000, but no way I was going to stay in Kerala for one more day. So I had to get back. So it was something that had happened long back. But now, again, revisiting this, I don't know. If Mr. Ranjit calls me up and apologizes, but it should be made public. He can't just get away with it. Probably he's done something
He
more
should
to
publicly
someone
apologize.
else. Or yes,
Yeah, 15
or
years.
somebody
Long time for
or
him.
people like him. Yeah,
And as you said,
he knows.
he's very romantic
Sir,
at that time.
Mr.
He was.
Ranjit, you know Yes, Mr. Ranjit, you know what you have done. Probably you would have liked me to fall in love with you.
On that day, you were very uncomfortable.
I am a very one man woman. I was in my marriage. I was trying to save my marriage. I was into my husband and no one else back then. So now I'm a free woman. I can, choose between men. But that's not the case. I'm with my babies here and I'm fine.
Yeah,
Buddha.
I can understand you, ma'am. So that allegation, you are not withdrawing it.
No, I won't say that I'm withdrawing it. I don't know what to do about it because this is not a space I would like to revisit. Since day before yesterday, this has been a constant hammering. I'm getting so many phone calls. I'm like in a frenzy. I'm not being able to concentrate on my work. Why would I talk about something 15 years later? I have nothing to gain from anyone. Why would I? Somebody had instigated.
But there are girls.
The person who initiated
but
this.
there are girls. But there are girls or women who are going to work with the same person. The same romantic instinct may come up.
Then ask them.
With those girls
then
and
ask
women.
them who has worked with him. Then you should ask them that whether they had faced in a similar situation. Because now filing a complaint and doing a case against him, it's too much. It's too much of a task from here to there. And I've closed that chapter. It has been reopened. I've closed that chapter and I've moved on in my life. So now again doing
If the government takes up,
revisiting everything.
if the government takes up so much, what will be your stand?
Whatever I had spoken, that will be the same. Even after 15 years from now, I'll speak the same. If I'm still alive back then, I'll speak the same. Nothing, no narrative of mine would change.
Okay, ma'am. Would you like to add anything else? Did I forget to ask you anything
I would,
which you wanted to say?
No, you have mostly covered everything. I would, talk to the women in general from this industry as well as from all walks of life. This is a very interesting time that we are living in, and where people have the courage to talk about the wrongdoings that they had faced. So instead of being scared of what society would tell you or what others would talk about you or malign you, if you hadn't spoken about it back then, speak about it now. So if you're talking about gender equality, I'm not a feminist, I'm a humanist. If I see something wrong being done to a man, I would take a stand. It's not that all women are pure soul saints and all men are devil. No. So I would urge the women actors that if you don't be scared to talk about the wrongdoings that had happened in your life, because you are here by the dint of your talent. Nobody is doing you any favor. And don't be so insecure in life. Life is much more than money, power and everything. I have reached that state, I'm happy. I'm at peace with life. So it's not about how big a house I have, how big a car I have. Life is much, much more and beyond. So this is a very interesting time. You set an example. You talk about people who had done harm to you and left some scars in your life.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for opening up about that incident and many more things to us on Reporter.
Thank you.
തെറ്റുപറ്റിയെന്ന് രഞ്ജിത്ത് സമ്മതിച്ച് മാപ്പ് പറയണമെന്നാണ് ബംഗാളി ചലച്ചിത്ര താരം ശ്രീലേഖ മിത്ര ആവശ്യപ്പെടുന്നത്. റിപ്പോർട്ടറിലൂടെ അവർ മുന്നോട്ട് വയ്ക്കുന്ന മറ്റൊരു കാര്യം കൂടിയുണ്ട്. ബംഗാളിൽ നിന്ന് വന്ന് ഞാൻ ഇനി കേസ് നടത്തണോ എന്ന ചോദ്യമാണ് നടി പാർവതി തിരുവോത്ത് ചോദിച്ചതുപോലെ. സർക്കാർ സംവിധാനങ്ങൾ ബന്ധപ്പെടുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ന് മാത്രമല്ല 15 വർഷം കഴിഞ്ഞായാലും ഇപ്പോൾ പറഞ്ഞ അതേ കാര്യങ്ങൾ, അന്ന് അത്രയും മുറിവേൽപ്പിച്ച കാര്യങ്ങളാണ്. അത് തന്റെ സമ്മതമില്ലാതെയുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് രഞ്ജിത്ത് ചെയ്തത്. അതിന്മേൽ എന്ത് നടപടിയെടുക്കണമെന്ന് തീരുമാനിക്കേണ്ടത് ഇടത് സർക്കാരാണ് എന്ന് കൃത്യമായി പറഞ്ഞു വെക്കുന്നുണ്ട് ഇടതുപക്ഷത്തിനൊപ്പം ചേർന്ന് നടന്നുകൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കുന്ന നടി ശ്രീലേഖ മിത്ര.